everybody, it's Patricia and welcome back to my channel. It's time for our Chatty Get Ready with me. So let's go ahead and get started. As you guys know, last weekend, did I have a Chatty Get Ready with me last Friday? I think I did, yeah. We went to Savannah, my husband and I. We are looking at moving down to Savannah. Now, I've already done my skincare and primed my face, so I'm going to go right in with my makeup. So, we went down mainly to check out some neighborhoods I had found online. There were some houses I saw online for sale that were in our price range, and I just wanted to check out the neighborhoods. And so it turns out 3 of them are in the same neighborhood. That's great. So I think we found the neighborhood we're looking for. It's a brand new community. Well, they started building the community 4 years ago, but it's when they're done with it, it's going to be huge. But right now it's not that big yet. But it's called Rice Hope Plantation, and it's in sections. So they've built Parkside, that's the first section, and Lakeside is the second section, and I don't know what all the other sections are going to be called, but it's this huge area, and the houses are absolutely gorgeous. There are some already built, of course, but mainly what they're doing is they're building. So there's several builders who have models that you can tour, and different price ranges, different styles. And we actually did. We went into one of the models and we really liked it. And we ended up touring 4 different model homes. Picked out some we liked. They were in various stage of being built, but they were, you could tell, they were really nice. Definitely in our price range. We left Savannah happy. And also there is so much industry in Savannah. It's growing. Everywhere we looked, we went down into this industrial park, and there were signs everywhere that they were having job fairs and they're now hiring. And I wrote down the name of all these companies, and I'm gonna kind of research them. And there's Gulfstream down there also, which is airline. Well, it's not an airline. They build airplanes. So my husband's in the automotive industry now, so I wouldn't think it'd be much difference between automotive and the airplane industry. So that's a pretty good maybe. We went to the Chamber of Commerce, not the Savannah Chamber of Commerce. We went and we're looking at Port Wentworth, which is, they call it the front porch of Savannah. It is it's a city. They have a city hall. It's a city before you get into Savannah. It's small. I would call it more a suburb of Savannah. And we went to their Chamber of Commerce, and the lady there was extremely helpful. Gave us all kinds of information. Yeah, we were very pleased by what we saw. That neighborhood, Rice Hope, oh my gosh. The clubhouse. Your HOA fees get you not only 1 pool, it gets you 2 pools, a lazy river, a complete gym, and a clubhouse. Also, Parkside in the center, how it's built is right in the center of Parkside is a huge oval area that is all park. It's a park. They have a dog park built in there. They have playgrounds. They have athletic fields. They have, oh my gosh. And then the houses are all built around this park. It is so beautiful. And then on Lakeside, everything's built around Lake Indigo. And of course, when you move into Rice Hope, you have access to everything. So, oh, it's gorgeous. We looked at some houses on Lakeside and Parkside. And the company we were looking at, who is building, they are building in Parkside. Parkside still isn't completely filled. It's not all built yet, and Lakeside is barely built. So, oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Right now we just have a pool in our HOA, but 2 pools It's 2 pools, a lazy river, and a little splash pool area for the little kids. There's actually a new elementary school built within this neighborhood and a Publix grocery store built in this neighborhood. And I'm like, oh, I could walk to Publix grocery store and never leave my neighborhood. It's amazing. Rice Hope is right off the main thoroughfare anyway, so it is close to everything and just minutes from the outlet mall, which is really nice. We went down there one night and walked around and did some shopping. And yeah, we tried to go downtown on Saturday morning. It was raining Friday, and it was really raining really bad Saturday, and it was cold, so we went downtown, and the way the wind was blowing and the rain, it was cold and we were getting wet, and we just chose not to continue trying to look around downtown. I mean, it's not our first time to Savannah. We've been so many times I can't count. So that was okay. And then we were going to go out to Tybee Island, which is the beach. Go out to the beach, the ocean, and because it was raining so hard, the roads, the closer we got to Tybee, the roads were flooding, and I knew we wouldn't make it to Tybee because the last little bit before you get to Tybee, the road is the only land. There's water on each side, so I know this was probably flooded over. So we ended up eating at Paula Dean's new restaurant, Creek House. Yeah, it used to be Uncle Bubba's restaurant, and it's the restaurant where all that went down about Paula Dean, all that stuff. It happened at Uncle Bubba's. Uncle Bubba has since passed away, and it was Paula's restaurant anyway to begin with. Uncle Bubba's was. But now it's called Creek House, and they've remodeled, and food is delicious. I had grilled oysters. I usually only get grilled oysters at Uncle Bubba's, so I was very pleased to see I could get my grilled oysters. They were so good. Here in Western North Carolina, seafood is not fresh, so I usually don't, well, I don't do oysters or anything like that. I will do shrimp if it's, you know, it usually comes in frozen. I'll do that, but as far as really good seafood, we don't really have good seafood here in the mountains. So, but yeah, the Uncle Bubba, well, wasn't Uncle Bubba's. Creek House was really good. It looks pretty down there. So we did that. That was about it. We stayed at a Country Inn and Suites, and it was right off of I-95, and it was in Port Wentworth, which is where we were looking. And the main reason I picked the Country Inn and Suites is because it has an indoor pool and hot tub, and we spent a lot of time in that indoor pool and hot tub. So that was, I don't care if it was raining outside, I was still in the pool and the hot tub. It was nice. That's what I wanted. Just wanted to get in that water. And that's about all we did. Yeah, we came home on Sunday. We were supposed to go out to dinner for my father-in-law's birthday, and we were going to celebrate my brother-in-law's birthday as well. And we got back in town and went to my mother-in-law's to pick up our son and our dog. And my sister-in-law called, and my brother-in-law was really sick, and she was going to take him to the urgent care. He has pneumonia. We had to cancel our dinner out Sunday night. But yeah, he has pneumonia. He goes back to the doctor tomorrow. I hope he's better. I need to text her and find out. My skin's a little flaky. I need to work on my skin. Let's see. I don't really know what else there's to talk about. I'm still waiting to hear about the fence. Everything's paid for. It was supposed to arrive, the materials, in 7 to 10 business days. Well, we've gone by 10 business days, so I'm gonna, if I don't hear anything tomorrow, I'm gonna call them and check on that, because I am so ready for that fence to be built and we can turn the dog loose. And let's see, anything else going on? No. I'm more excited now about having to move, and I would love to have a new home. I mean, brand new. That would be nice. Never lived in a, well, this house was brand new when my parents bought it, but that was 1970. So this house is not brand new now. But yeah, I'm excited. Beautiful area, beautiful neighborhood. Okay, I am going to use a palette that it's in my Shop My Stash. It's this LA Girl Smoky palette. I bought it when I was recovering from my breast cancer surgery, and I have never used it. Take that little brush out. And that's what it looks like. And I bought it for all the grays and mainly the gray shades. Because I have been looking for a few years for a palette that was predominantly gray, and I found this one for $7.99 on Ulta, which they still have it last time I checked. I'll link it down below. So I got it. Now ColourPop has one, but I'm not going to buy ColourPops because between this and shades I have in other palettes, I don't need that gray palette. So what am I going to start with? I'm going to start with this light shade right here. These are a little powdery. So, I don't know anything else going on. Everything else kind of slow. Oh, right now, my sister, technically she is now my oldest living sister, but she's not the oldest. She is, remember my sister Allison that passed away? Her twin, Alice. Alice and Sam are in China. They have gone to China. They are with their son and daughter-in-law. Their daughter-in-law, Anna, lived in China growing up for a while. She speaks fluent Chinese. And so they've gone to China. They're going on this tourist package, and then at the end of their tourist tour, they are going to the town that she lived in, and they're going to go visit that for a few days. And so they're really excited about that. My sister and her husband used to be missionaries. In fact, both of their children, Christian and Sonny, were raised, most of their childhood was in Peru. And Anna was the same way. Anna's parents are still missionaries. And Anna did not ever live in the United States until she was 18. Anna is now a doctor. She's a family physician in Raleigh. And Christian has gone back to art school. He runs in the family arts. He's gone back to art school. He's going to Full Sail. That's where Nathan wants to go. Alright, now I'm going to go in with this gray. So yeah. But they've gone, I think, for a couple weeks. I think they're going to be gone 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not sure. But they left, if you're watching this, they left yesterday. If you're watching this, the day that I'm releasing it, this Friday. They are, I guess, there. Yeah. Gone to China. My sister and her husband travel all over. They have been all over the world, just about. The travel bug is in our genes. It's in our blood. My dad loved to travel. Oh my gosh. And I guess that's where I got it. Luckily, I married my husband loves to travel. And unlike me, though, he didn't travel a lot growing up like I did. We traveled. But yeah, he didn't. So I get to experience he gets to experience all these places with me. I'm taking him to places I've been when I was growing up. So we are not planning any big trips. No big trip in 2020 because we're focusing on moving. And I told my husband and my son when we move to Savannah, it's going to feel like a vacation. So for that whole year, first year, we probably won't go anywhere either. We'll probably just be just stay around there and learn the area, and a lot of things will be new to us down there. So, and we'll only be 2 hours from Jacksonville, which my husband has family in Jacksonville, so that's good. And my youngest sister lives in South Georgia, but not far from Jacksonville. So, well, I'll be 2 hours from my baby sister, which right now I am 8 hours from my baby sister. So, I am going to go in. I want to know the difference between these two shades. There's two shades that's almost identical. This one is more black, but they're almost identical. So the one in the center is more black. Alright, I don't want that. I'm going to go with the one on the end. Although they are so close, it's not really any kind of difference. I'm going to work it in my crease and my outer V. Technically, Savannah is supposed to be a 5-hour drive from here. But coming back home, we made it in 4 hours, and we were not speeding. We just had really good luck with traffic. No traffic. And we just made really good time. So, it was 4 hours for us. And two, I usually time it down into Savannah. We were in Port Wentworth. So, that wasn't all the way down into Savannah. So maybe it is Port Wentworth's just 4 hours away. But, oh, I love that neighborhood we looked at. Port Wentworth itself is built on, the whole city was the Mulgrove Plantation. The Mulgrove Plantation was where Eli Whitney was employed as a tutor for the children, and that is also where he invented the cotton gin. Mulberry Grove Plantation. And when Sherman went from Atlanta to the Atlantic Ocean, so he marched from Atlanta to Savannah, he burned, he burned Atlanta, he burned everything in his wake. He burned down the Mulberry Grove Plantation. Before he got to Savannah, the I guess the elected officials met him on the outskirts of town and begged him, said, "We will surrender if you do not burn down Savannah." So he did not. They surrendered. That's why Savannah still has all the old buildings and stuff. But the Mulgrove Plantation was burned down, and now the small city of, which there are only not even quite 7,000 people living in Port Wentworth. It's a very small city when I say city. Last census was 6,600 and something. But that now is sitting on what was the Mulgrove Plantation. So the neighborhood we're looking at is Rice Hope Plantation. So I guess it's got that name because it is sitting on what used to be a plantation. So there's a little bit of trivia for you about where we're thinking about moving. Let's see, what am I going to put on my lid? This is pretty. It's a pretty blue. over. Okay. So yeah, I am excited about moving down there. But it's going to be 2021 before we do anything. I think what I'm going to look at first is buying an existing home in that community. That's what I'm going to look at first instead of building. To buy an existing home would be cheaper than to build new. But building new is in our budget as well. But I'd like to save as much money as possible. So I'm going to look at an existing home first. If I can't find one that fits our bill, then we will build. But the build takes, she said it depended, if it's during hurricane season it could take 8 to 9 months, but 6 to 7 months to build is what I think the time frame is. So yeah, we'll just have to, we'll see when the time comes. I'm not ready to make any kind of commitment. Everything's going to have to align the way, you know, Brian's going to need a job. We're going to need to sell this house. There's a lot of factors into what we do. So I'm ready to start decluttering this house and getting rid of things I don't want anymore. I don't need anymore. I don't want to use anymore. I am really going to do a major declutter of this house. What do you think? I like this. I'm going to do a major declutter of this house. And right now I'm starting with my makeup. And we'll go into all that when you see the videos. But, alright. Yeah, I'm going to line my eyes. Okay, liner and mascara on, and I noticed, boy, this eye's bloodshot today. I really don't know why. Whatever. Alright, I'm going to get in this palette. I'm going to put the bronzer on. Oh, this is so pretty. I have not been wearing blush lately. I've just been doing bronzer. I do my contour and my bronzer. I've just been leaving it at that. I have quite a few blushes, but I find I'm not a big blush person. I think maybe because I already have enough red in my skin. You know, my skin flushes easy anyway. So, okay, highlighter. I think I'm going to use I think they're calling that a blush. I don't know. I need to look this up. Yeah, it's a blush. Cloudy Copper is the name of it. I'm going to use it like a highlighter. Let's see how Cloudy Copper works as a highlighter. It could very easily be a highlighter. It is not that shimmery though. It's just a glow. I'm alright with that. I think that looks good. Get on my finger. Put a little on the end of my nose. I did this to make my nose look smaller. Okay, like that. And now I don't know which. I'm gonna go with this light lip. This is the Melted Matte Too Faced in Sugar Cookie from last year's Christmas collection. Okay, there we go. That is my look for today. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would really love it if you would subscribe. Any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.